Benvenuti! Welcome to the next generation with me, your host, Giulia Stocchetti. Join me as I take you on a journey to discover young stars of the Italian food and wine world. Pronti? Andiamo! Hello! Hi everyone! Or today, I might better say Всем привет, because for the first time ever, we have the pleasure to have as guest on the Next Generation series a young wine professional from Kazakhstan. So, as you could have understand, I'm your host, Giulia, and today I'm happy to talk with Denis Salimzianov, and he's a 29-year-old young man working as sommelier in Almaty. Almaty is a lively, dynamic, and stunning big city in Kazakhstan. But before being involved in the amazing world of wine, especially Italian wines, of course, he studied as vascular surgeon in Moscow, from where he does actually come from. Denis is an Italian wine maestro, and soon he will be taking the VIA course in Almaty, taking place from November 16th to 18th, to become an Italian wine ambassador. So today, our main focus will be on Denis' working experience and how wine affects on health, being him both a som and a doctor. Ciao, Denis. Привет.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Giulia. Всем привет.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. It's very hot now, but I'm in a room with conditioner and it's good.
Well, in Italy, it's the same. The cicadas are singing in the background, and that means it's crazy hot these days. But yeah, we have AC, thank God. So thank you so much for finding some time for us, because really for me, it's super excited to have you as guest. I can't wait to start. So can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Denis. I'm 29 years old, like Julia said. I'm born and study in Moscow, and 2 years ago I moved to one of the best cities in Central Asia. It's Almaty. You perfectly described Kazakhstan, Julia. Thank you. And I immediately invite all listeners to visit this beautiful country and try its cuisine. Here now, I work in one of the best restaurants in the country as a sommelier, simultaneously studying and promoting wine culture.
That's beautiful. By the way, I've been to Moscow. I did an internship in Moscow at Sodexo company, and I'm literally in love with that city and with the people from Moscow. So I'm so happy that you move from one beautiful place to another beautiful place. Is that so different compared to Moscow? You change completely your life there? I mean, you're still happy, right?
I'm so happy right here. Almaty is smaller than Moscow, of course, but it is a very cozy town.
And so you're working as a sommelier in one of the best restaurants, you say. So what's the restaurant's name?
The restaurant names, it's Auyl. Its translate means village. This is the name of small settlement among nomads, often consisting of one family. But this is Kazakh family. It's contain 100 people in that.
Wow, so it's a big restaurant.
It's a big restaurant.
Can you please tell us briefly about Auyl restaurant?
Auyl restaurant located at the altitude of 1,700 meters in the Ilialatau Mountains. It's Tian Shan Mountains. Chin. It's our local Alps. The most popular ski resort is located nearby. The restaurant itself is a theater that immerse you, the guest, in the local culture. The restaurant itself will claim a Michelin star in the future when it comes to Kazakhstan. The kitchen concentrates on a neo-nomad style. The dishes are very satisfying, a lot of meat, beans, noodles. We joke that we even have our own Kazakh pasta, December lasagna. It's called beshbarmak. There are sheets of pasta with stewed meat.
Sounds delicious.
It's very delicious, but very fatty. All this goes well with Italian wines, especially light acidic reds. There are most of them in our wine list.
So, your Italian wine portfolio is quite wide, it's quite big. What's your favorite kind of wine among those?
It's hard to choose one. Maybe in first place is Aglianico from Taurasi. Is the essence of everything I want in a red wine. Power, tannins, good acidity, long development, and the glass perfect. In the second place is the light red Etna. volcanic wines. And closing this hit parade are wines from international varieties from Alto Adige. I think like this.
Interesting. I guess all these red wines you mentioned pair very well with your neo-nomad cuisine, right? Based on meat.
Yes, of course, the traditional red light wines, Italian, excellent paired with our kitchen.
Who is your customer base? I mean, who are your clients usually at the restaurant?
There are many local businessmen, celebrities, Russian and foreign tourists. Kazakhstan is a Muslim country, and its principle not everyone drinks alcohol.
Do you have also some young people coming to the restaurants, or what's the average age?
But age is 35, 40 years old. There is the tradition to come to the restaurant with all families in Kazakhstan, from young to old.
Talking about wines, what do your customers prefer? Like, do they often ask you for advice before ordering some wine, or they know straight away what they want?
In the summer, they prefer light red wines. Sparkling wine, Prosecco is a bestseller. Agave is bestseller in this hot summer. Many people ask for local wines and Italian white and sparkling wines. Most often take bottles. Our wine list has 270 items, and ordinary guests often get lost in it.
But then there's you helping them.
Of course. They ask my help or my head sommelier, Giulia. And most of them, as I said, drink local high quality wines. It's Arbor wine, translated like golden car, or Italian wines. Agave and Prosecco are the most popular items in this hot summer. It's hot outside night, about 40 degrees.
So it's super hot there too, not just in Italy. I feel relief about that. We're not the ones suffering this warm summer. Taking into consideration your wine list and your restaurant's cuisine, what's your favorite food and wine pairing if you have to pick one?
Again, it's hard to choose just one. I will be simple. This is Prosecco with Bauersacks. Bauersacks, it's like small round donuts without fillings. This is better appetizer of all time.
Well, for sure, we want to try some after your description. So we should all visit Almaty and Auyl to meet you and to try this special appetizer with Prosecco.
In fact, Central Asian cuisine is very colorful with a lot of spices, and we did a bench pairing. Maybe you can try pilaf with vermentino, agave, or barola, beshbarmak, our Kazakh pasta with Chardonnay from Alto Adige, or Sicilian grillo or muscats, zibibo, something like this.
No way, I can't believe you have zibibo in Kazakhstan. Wow, it's quite popular.
Yes, from Sicilia, from Marco de Bartoli, Sole Evento, one of the best wine of our wine list in Italian white.
Nice, I'm happy to hear that. Before working at Auyl restaurant, what were you doing?
It's a long story.
Just in a nutshell.
Before the restaurant, I devoted 10 years of my life to medicine. As I already said, I was a practicing vascular surgeon in Moscow. I worked in emergency hospital for 4 years. And after moving to Kazakhstan, it's turned out that legally I could not confirm my medicine education here. Unfortunately, to earn money, I got a job as a waiter at the official restaurant. With Auyl, it's a part of the ABR group of restaurants. At the end of the winter of 2023, I practically worked as a wine waiter since our sommelier was leading several projects. And in February 2024, I decided to go study become a sommelier. Funny history is when I applied for a job as a sommelier in February, the employer found out that I was a doctor. They asked me, "Are you an idiot?" 10 years in medicine. Life has turned upside down, and in fact, the wine world, in its breadth and amount of knowledge, is almost as big as medicine. A trained mind, memory, and perseverance allow me to achieve results in a short time. And now, after 4 months of intensive training, I have already become Italian wine maestro. And now, as you see, I am preparing for the ambassador level, which Vinitaly organizes in Almaty in November of this year.
That's beautiful. That's amazing. You have such a great story to tell. Enlightening too, I would say. So you enjoyed being a doctor, but now you love being a som and digging deeper into the wine world. So that's amazing. Life changes. We just ride it, right? Whatever it takes us, we just go and follow the flow. That's what we do.
When passion become a profession.
Yeah, you're right. Because you're a doctor, Denise, more precisely a vascular surgeon, why don't you share with us your opinion about the effect of wine on the health? Of course, it brings happiness. Of course, we're all happy to share a glass of wine. Of course, it's a joy of life, but
I'm giving a master class on this topic about wine and health. The school using me like a doctor. And so that our listeners do not fall asleep from the lecture, I will be also brief. Many doctors and scientists are always afraid to say this phrase, alcohol is good for health in small doses. According to the World Health Organization and United States National Institutes, the measure most commonly used in research is the standard drink, which is defined as the amount of alcohol an average adult can consume in 1 hour. Numbers vary in different countries. In Italy, Australia, France, and Spain, the standard drink is 10 grams of pure ethanol. It's something like a standard glass of wine. This is approximately 1 glass of wine, a pint of beer, or glass of vodka per hour, only per hour. Whether we can control ourselves like that in a bar, questionable. Based on the results of many randomized studies over the past 30 years, the normal has been established. 7 drinks, 7 glasses of wine per week for men, and 4 for women. This is a certain sexism in all of this, but it's more interesting with wine. Drinks is beer or alcohol, strong alcohol. With wine, the most striking articles were from the Institute of Nutrition in Rome and the Institute of Cardiology in Poland, where randomized studies confirmed the hypothesis that anthocyanins and polyphenols, especially resveratrol, epsilon viniferin in red wines, reduce oxidative stress, our lovely antioxidants. As a result, it reduced the risk of cardiovascular disease, thrombosis, diabetes, and the risk of cancer. But when combined with regular physical activity and a Mediterranean diet, which also contain many polyphenols. We're moving to Italy now for all of these recommendations.
Exactly. But I was thinking like 4 glasses of wine a week, 2 things. I'm gonna die soon for too much alcohol consumption, or I'm gonna live forever. So these are the 2 options because 4 glasses of wine are like nothing.
It is impossible for us.
But we are healthy, we practice sport, eat Mediterranean food. It's all good, it's all balanced, let's say. Well, but thank you so much. It's really, really interesting to know that. So it means that in the right amount, wine is really good for health. But of course, we must control ourselves, practice some sport, and eat healthy, possibly Mediterranean food.
Yes, and I have some more recommendations.
Yes, please, we do want.
The first, as I said, follow consumption standards, if it's possible. In this researches with wine, it is 1 to 3 glasses per day for women and up to 5 for men. It's more than previously standards. Combine alcohol with food intake. Mediterranean diet, strength it over a longer period. Stay hydrated. Water is our best friend in all parties. Taking sorbets before, during, and after drinking alcohol. The next is my own recommendation. Taking acetylsalicylic acid like aspirin, 75 or 100 milligram, reduces the side effects of ethanol. In particular, it stabilizes platelet membranes, reduces the risk of thrombosis and oxidative stress. Drink 30 minutes before party. Brushing your teeth. Not earlier than half an hour after drinking. For allergy sufferers, avoid simultaneous consumption of foods high in histamine. It's like fish, cheese, hard sausages, pickled cabbage, something like this.
Nice. Thank you so much for this precious advice. I'm sure that people will love them and will follow them just to live a healthier life without saying no to wine and alcohol. Thank you so much, Denise. It's been really, really interesting and enlightening. We are on the Next Generation series, so I was wondering, how do young people perceive wine? Are they interested in wines? Do they drink sometimes wine, or what's their attitude?
In Kazakhstan, interest in wine is increasing, also in Italian wine. The next generation rarely drink strong alcohol like vodka, like whiskey, rum. Most often, this wine, especially Italian, beer and cocktails, low alcohol drinks. And there is growing interest in particularly or completely non-alcoholic wines because there are many people leading a healthy lifestyle. And I need to say that Italy is included in our genetic code, I think. Italian wine, architecture, music, cuisine, all of this. Because that Italian wines, after local wines, is on the top, are most preferred.
Oh, that's beautiful. So I was wondering, have you ever been to Italy?
Not yet. I also 6 months in profession and I want to travel in Italy, start from south, from Sicilia, Campania, Puglia, and after go to the north.
That's beautiful. You would love it for sure. All Italy is beautiful. Every single town has its own specialties, has its own wine, its own typical food. So yeah, it's gonna be a continuous discovery. So please come to visit.
Thank you, I will.
Okay, so you said that at the restaurant you have lots of families as customers. Are there also people that are around 30 years old who come, or basically young people prefer to go to different kind of places?
I think yes, alcohol in Kazakhstan is allowed only from 21 years of age. Younger people prefer some funky wine bars, wine shops, and we have more people 35, 40 years old, but a lot of young tourists come to us. We are located in a big point of attraction, a ski resort, and we are all drawn into the world of wine.
Talking about Italian wines, what do you think could be the future of them in your country?
The local people have a great love for Italy in all its manifestations. In recent years, Italian wine have been breaking into Kazakhstan. They are drinking more and more. Plus, this year, Vinitaly began conducting courses for sommelier in Almaty. Recently, the United Wine Tour took a place with Gambero Rossa in Almaty in this spring. We use social networks like Instagram, masterclasses for wine lovers, festivals to attract people in wine culture, and we love live connection with guests because every bottle of wine hides the world history and destinations of people. It's a great pleasure to tell these stories to guests, and Italy is very different stories. It's the great book of destinies.
Sounds like you're really passionate about Italian wines and about your job.
Yes, it is. The Italian courses was my first special course.
Beautiful. Denise, I think we've covered almost like everything, even if there are still like a bunch of questions I'd love to ask you, but maybe in the future when we will meet in front of a glass of wine. So for now, is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up the episode?
For our listeners, I want to say drink delicious Italian wine first. Follow the recommendation of surgeon and sommelier in wine people. Play sports, laugh, make new contacts, and thank you so much for this podcast. It was very pleasure. And now I'm going to the gym because the evening a bottle of Merlot from Maremma is waiting for me.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Denise. It was a big pleasure. I wish you a great day and I hope you enjoyed as much as I did because it was really, really an amazing moment for me, an amazing interview. Thanks again, Denise. I wish you all the best in your life and especially on your next step for becoming an Italian wine ambassador in November. All the best. Udaci и на здоровье.
Спасибо, grazie mille, Giulia. Goodbye.
You're welcome. Ciao a tutti, and don't forget our brand new episode next Sunday, still on the Next Generation, on the Italian Wine Podcast, wherever you get your pods. Grazie mille. Grazie for being with me today and listening to the Next Generation on the Italian Wine Podcast. Alla prossima. Cin cin!